Oh my god, they added the 400s. Look. Yeah. They added the 450s.
It's
Oh
$68 at the 450s? Oh my
my
god.
god, for 2 days.
What just a question,
For
what are the
2
$12
fucking
ones?
days, yo.
What are the $12 ones?
Look at this. The $12 ones? What do you mean the 12?
I'm just curious. So they're
410.
$330 or something, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, his cost average is 30 cents.
Well, you know. That's what Taleb did. That's what Taleb did. He did all the math. He did all the thing. And he said, "Your guys' models are dumb. You're dumb. I'm just gonna buy zero DTD options, deep out of the money mechanically. I'm gonna go broke for a year, and then there will be an event, and then I'll climb up. Not like this
Mhm.
fucking where everybody has to see 30% every time,
Yep.
annualized. 500 up. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I love it.
All right, Martini, I'm good to go when you are.
Okay. Can someone look up the short interest on GME and AMC, please?
I can't.
Is Aki here or Redemption?
That wasn't me that looked at the short interest. It was Rebels. Wish I could, but there was a service out there. I'm not putting my finger on it right now.
What's up, Variance? What's up, Cobbler? Yeah, guys, we did break 900 million volume on AMC just now. So we're through it. We could see $1 billion, or $1 billion, a billion volume on AMC today.
I hate this. I will FOMO myself for one moment. So the 200 calls, right? They were $1,000 yesterday. They're
Are now
100 now.
14,000. Yeah.
Hello, 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 everybody. You want to see the overview, the portfolio overview? Okay, I'll show you, but don't get all hypey on me and start asking when I'm exiting, because that ain't happening. So there it is. I'm up 78% daily, 40% across the portfolio. BTWN is down still as a holding, but yeah, I'm up 30 grand on AMC today.
Price is too damn high.
Jeez, that was high.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. There was a question on short interest. There's shortsqueeze.com, great free resource. I get more frequent updates from Schwab, and I do believe Short Squeeze will allow you to pay for access for more up-to-date info. But again, this is all aggregated information reported by brokers, and some brokers are the day of the short, others are waiting T+2 for settlement.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like looking at a big broker. It helps a little bit.
But I've been using shortsqueezefree.com for like years and years. Schwab only recently, I'd say 2018 or so, got their own short interest feed.
It's like blank where it says short percent of float.
Yeah, you have to do the calculation yourself. Calculate the top or divide the top number by the bottom number. Or by the float, sorry. Top number by the float.
Why AMC? AMC seems like it's gonna dump. Let's agree to disagree. I don't think that it is. What's up, Waffle TV? What's up, everybody? iFlux2 with that resub. Thank you so much, man. Greatly appreciated. You guys know I love the support. It's been a wild ride. Target that we had, guys, for the end of February was to take 50K to 100K. It looks like I'll have that done before February. If today goes well. Spoozo with that follow. You guys rock.
I just 1,000%. I've never bought anything that's 1,000%. I just want to buy options and fuck off. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know?
Yeah. I entered AMC yesterday just before the market closed, or actually just before power hour around 2:30. So I got in originally at a 466 entry, and then I increased my position this morning pre-market at 15.
All right, go take a nap. It's way too expensive. They got wise to it. Yesterday the IV was tiny compared to this. So I don't know that the risk is worth the reward. So we're just gonna take a nap, come back, probably need some brain cells with my nap. But you guys will go to Millennial. I'll be back in 2 hours. We will listen to the Tesla conference call. We will see what happens to our stock. I mean, we have a very big position. It's almost 175,000 in Tesla. So, and then fires the missiles. Yeah. Guys, thank you. You guys have been wonderful all day. Absolutely fantastic.
Raid me. Yeah, Nokia's doing quite well on volume too. They weren't nearly as fast at the gate, but I mean, 700 million is nothing to kind of slouch at, right? Maybe everybody will run into Tesla end of day. Huh?
I know it's different. I know it's different on Twitter versus Twitch. Is it 2 ends?
Yeah, 2 L's, 2 N's.
Just gonna go copy it and not fuck up. Oh my god. 20K, the market's going nuts.
Yeah.
A lot of volume today. SPY 50 mil. But, you know, obviously most of the meme stocks did the most of the volume, but
You were Degens make dealers Delta Hedge. That's an awesome name. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it.
I love that name. Guys, I'll see you in a little bit. Stay green. Listen to
we're gonna stay
Millennial.
green. No, I didn't do any further work on the 3 week up to earnings strat. It does have an 80% win rate. I will probably get around to it eventually. It's in my for that spreadsheet that Martini and I look at. I have probably about a half dozen ideas in there that have anywhere from a 75 to a 95% win rate.
Peace out.
I just
I'll be back in 2 hours.
Have a good one.
Later. I'm really lazy when it comes to data entry, and I hate it because it's repetitive, boring numbers, and I'm not a fan. So, yeah. Eventually, I might get around to getting at it, but right now I'm making money with this, so I'm kind of not going anywhere with it. Huge thank you guys to all the follows, because there's like 100 of you guys coming in and following, and I don't know what to do with that, but
I don't know what to do with it.
Palantir broke 40. Of course it did, because Martini's long on Palantir.
What?
You guys rock. The follows are much appreciated. Flex the portfolio. I don't really want to flex on this, guys. I'm really trying to just stay calm and cool on this, and it's been tough. It's not been an easy day to stay calm, cool, and collected when you're up 30 grand. So I think I've done a fairly adequate job of not losing my shit, but I really just need to make it to the end of the day. Thank you for the cheer. RC back. All the follows, guys. You guys rock. All the subs. You guys rock. Yeah, I know. Martini and I swapped today. Martini didn't sleep, and she just went from 4 a.m. all the way through. So I figured I'd hop on it too and take over. So
Instructions
I've only been
unclear. Dick and bear trap. Peace out.
I've only been up since 2 a.m. So I got 6 hours of sleep last night. So Genus, looking at Genus, guys. Genus is something that we played before in the past. This is a nice T-shirt. Yeah, this is a Martini Rita, one of a kind. I'm the only one who ever got this before they pulled it from the store. So one of a kind. The with Genus, guys. Genus is the one that ran on the hype for Disney. I honestly just don't think that. I mean, if we're going to talk Genus on shorts, I'll pull up the short list and take a look. If it's on there, okay, but I'm not seeing it on the top 20. Yeah, WB is now the highest short float at 71%. So I did take an options play. I did take an April call into Weibo on that short float. I think that they have opportunity to run, and they were pretty affordable actually too. So that's there for sure. You guys rock, Frelo. Gift and subs, you're a beast. You're getting negative gamma and delta hedge education from around Discord. Yeah, you won't get that from me here, guys. Where Martini is a bit of a mad genius when it comes to options trading, I trade long equity exclusively. Now I know I just said I took an option today, but my options portfolio is a bit of a meme. It's not real trading. It's meming. You think people will continue shorting? It doesn't appear to me. I mean, we've got some guys that have a lot more time in the market than I have. Redemption. Do you think that institutions are just going to stop shorting?
Hell no.
Yeah,
See, here's the thing, though.
I'm of the same mind.
See, here's the thing, though. Like, this is an example of institutions being egotistically shorting. They are needed in the market, despite what everybody says, like, oh, you know, shitty short sellers and stuff like that. They are needed in the market because you know why? They weed out fraud. They stop runaway prices like this. Like, honestly, ask anybody. Anybody investing in GameStop. They will tell you they do not think that this is worth $5. This is something that they are going on an emotional train ride with, which they're benefiting from it, which is great. But it's not worth $300. And anybody with a rational mind would not do this. But unfortunately, this is like a vendetta situation too, because so many people have called them all out, and yeah, this is just the result of like the mob mentality in the masses like coming after you for it.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, I think that there's definitely this aspect of the shorts have drawn their line in the sand and the retailers have drawn their line in the sand, and I think that we see this persist for at least a week, 2 weeks further from where we are now. Whether that stays on the same tickers, do we see it GameStop till we die? I don't think so. I think we start to see people take profits and transition slowly out of GameStop. I suppose the only counter argument to that is a lot of institutional traders have been quite forward that they took April calls or April shorts, or put spreads or puts against GME. So I don't know that they can keep this up till April, which is why those people took those positions. But I mean, that may be something to look at. Palantir is up 18%. Yeah, why are people saying something will happen on Friday? Because weekly options come to an end, and typically what's happening with retail traders is they're not executing on options. What they're doing is they try to sell the option for whatever they can get on Friday. What you're going to see is a sell-off in the options, which people predict will also take the stock price down. So, yeah, BlackBerry broke 24. I see it. I don't know what an IV. I couldn't accurately describe what an IV crush is to you. So for me to say that I see an IV crush inbound, I have no idea. Outside my pay grade. Again, I'm a basic bitch long equity trader, guys. I really try to keep this simple. I'm not somebody with a wealth of experience. I haven't been doing this for decades. I've been doing this since January of last year. Okay, so while I've had some really, really great atypical gains over the past, year and a bit, from 2,200 to, I mean, today we're getting pretty damn close to 100K. value on the portfolio in a year. Well, a little over a year and a month. That's all on long equity. I didn't get fancy with this shit. It was super simple: buy low, sell high. That like this is how I like to do it. I know there's a lot of people that like to just keep digging deeper and find out new plays and new strategies. When I say I'm a basic bitch, I really do mean I'm a basic bitch. I like to just take it low and slow and keep it simple if I can, because I don't see any reason to complicate things. What is the AMC play? Why are you holding so confidently with it up 200% in one day? It may look like I'm confident. I'm just trying to stay calm about it. And this has been an exercise in trader psychology for me all day, of not getting hype on it, understanding where my position is on AMC, that until these option chains start to populate and fill, we don't have a realistic price on AMC. And so once I see AMC fill out these option chains, I think we do see the price movement head up. After hours, there will probably be some buy up. Pre-market tomorrow, there will probably be some buy up. So yeah, that's kind of where I am on that. We'll see what Power Hour brings as well, guys. It's only 146. They block opening orders on the option chain. I don't trade the option chain. I think the option chain is going to move the equity price. You don't know how I'm keeping it together? Know the play, trade the play. That's one of the mantras that I keep going with throughout the day, is know the play, trade the play. Would you sell before on Friday then? I don't know. Until I have all the information, and I think that this option chain either fills right before Power Hour, or we see it ready to go for the morning tomorrow. But until I have that information on the value of the options chain, I'm not going to go anywhere, I don't think. Guys, you're amazing. All the follows. I know that there's so many coming in that I'm just not saying what they are, but yeah, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the follows. If you could buy options, what would your game plan be? I honestly, guys, I don't know options. So my game plan would be, I don't know. What I'm looking at for AMC, to be honest, because my options portfolio is so small, that $30 strike on the weeklies at 300, I can't afford it. So I wouldn't play AMC. Yeah, Foking, I mean, give it a couple of days. Like, you don't have to trade the weekly on GME, right? There are give it a few days, let this calm down a little bit, and then take another look, would be kind of where I would be at if I was looking to enter GME. There are lots of other plays, guys. We do have the FOMC coming in, so that'll move the market in some ways. We do have, that'll probably move Bitcoin in one direction or the other. We do have Tesla tonight. We have Apple tonight on their earnings. I suspect Apple's going to do extremely well. Palantir's doing quite well. It's up 18.5. I'm really excited actually for AMC to potentially break $1 billion in volume. Do I think Apple ran too much ahead of earnings? So my forecast on Apple, if I were to get into Apple again, it would be a long equity position. And in my opinion, I'm going to reiterate what Rebel says there in a second. My opinion on Apple is that by the year end, I think it honestly, Q4 could be somewhere from 180 to 200. So do I think it ran too much into earnings? No, because I see Apple as a $200 stock. And it's 143 right now. So I think it's still at a fairly decent place. Should you hold an AMC overnight? You need to make that decision. So in that you hear me being calm and saying, know the play, trade the play, what I mean is I know my play and I'm going to trade my strategy on it. We've seen all kinds of different plays on AMC today, and depending on your entry, depending on your risk, depending on the size of your position, there's so many different factors, guys, that you cannot possibly factor. You can't expect me, as somebody who's not a financial professional, to look at your holding and say, oh yeah, I think you should do this. I don't feel that that would be appropriate. I'm pretty sure the SEC doesn't feel that that would be appropriate. What I try to do for you guys is show you that this is how I go through my thought process, is I don't have all the information on AMC. Pre-market, it ran as high as 24. I think once we have the options chain, there will be more information for us to give an accurate depiction of where the stock should be for price. And I do think that there's still upside potential on it. So I am holding. That's my play. You guys need to make your own plays. EXPR is dropping. Why? Don't know. So Rebels dropped in there, guys. Guidance to new traders: do not trade options until you don't have to ask questions on what options contract to play. This is one that I can talk about outside of that. This is something that I use in business and marketing. If you don't know how to use a tool, don't use it. Or educate yourself on how the tool is used to the point where you know how to use it, and then use it. But to fly blindly into the night, I don't think that that's a good idea. That's not me giving financial advice. That's me giving life advice as a whole, which I am qualified to do as a life coach. So in life, do not do things that you are not educated to do. Educate yourself first and then do it. I would never recommend my 6-year-old hop into a car and drive it down the street. It will go badly. Instead, I recommend that he waits until he's of legal age, take the time, learn how to do it properly and safely and efficiently, and then drive the car. Same kind of thing with options. Any new developments on Berlassen? We are waiting on phase 2A, but Berlassen probably won't hear anything till Q4. TRI seems to be pumped heavy. There's a lot that's being pumped in the market right now. Just because a broker like Robinhood grants you access, yeah, just because the car keys are sitting downstairs on my kitchen table doesn't mean my son should take them and drive, right? Don't know how to use a tool, going to get burned. It's not a guarantee that you're going to get burned. But yeah, if I hand somebody who's never used a gun before, are they definitely going to shoot themselves in the foot with it? I can't say that. Is there a high likelihood that an accident could occur? Probably. BlackBerry just in full send mode. Yeah, BlackBerry 2480 now, up 32% on the day. So not bad. Pretty solid gains. With Genus, guys, I'm not seeing it on the short ratio list. So as far as it being part of the short squeeze, I don't see that. As far as Genus as a company, I think that their claims of alignment with Disney are overrated. So from an FA side, I really don't like Genus as a company. They overreach, they misconstrue their IP. They lack the ability to create quality content over the long term. And they tend to be a hype stock that's plugged over and over and over again. So for me personally, Genus is not something that I would look at. I'm more inclined to look at something like CDMI that Redemption brought to my attention. So there are other options out there in the entertainment industry that I think, as far as long equity goes, I would be more inclined to take than Genus. This market is honestly so dumb. If you go all in on any WSB stock, you make bank. So that may be the edge in the market today, guys. But knowing that, do you think that institutionals are going to continue to allow that to go? Don't you think that they too are going to start looking to Wall Street bets for things to get into? Don't you think that the prices are going to be driven up now slightly from the institutional side as well off of Wall Street bets, if it's not already happening? I can tell you guys, every morning when I stream on here, I head over to LinkedIn afterwards, and there are at least a half a dozen people that work at investment firms or funds that have visited my profile and looked at my stream. I think it would be extremely ignorant for me to think that not one of them has taken some of the DD that I've done and used it for themselves in their portfolios or for their clients. I don't bemoan that. I don't mind that they did that. I'm just aware that that's a reality. But as far as like what's millennials' edge in the market, the reason why I don't care if they've got what I talked about yesterday is because I always have another idea tomorrow, and I will have another idea the day after that, and the day after that. So I don't really sweat it. What about the shorts on DDS? Again, if you guys are interested in short squeeze plays, there is a bunch of them out there. There's some great tools out there. Wall Street Bets are, Where the Rebels Are dropped a great free tool. Thank you again, guys, for all the follows. I do want to keep up, but at the same time, it's a lot. So there was a great tool, shortsqueeze.com or .org or something, that you guys can go and get all of that short information for free. I think it's already happening as well. Institutions are 100% moving to WSB to some degree. I think at this point that they have to at least consider WSB's position on a ticker before they make a move one way or the other. And what's interesting is I think it would be to the institutional side's credit to be more transparent in the fact that they're doing that. And instead, what I think will happen is that they try to be more convoluted and more opaque than they've ever been, so that Wall Street Bets has less information to make their trades off of. Which again just exacerbates the issue that we have here of retail traders are operating in a public market, ETFs are operating in a public market. Institutional traders have protections that allow them not to have to report the same way, or they've got think tanks that are readily available to them, things like Bloomberg terminals, communities, private investment funds that are meeting together behind closed doors. They have means and outlets that are readily available to them that aren't otherwise available to the everyday retail trader. So BB is going nuts. Yeah, I see it. It's now up $8, 42%. EXPR is still up 242 on the day. AMC's up 233 on the day. Institutions are moving to Twitch too, and I'm okay with that. I think something that's really, really unhealthy would be for us as retail traders to draw a line in the sand and make a dichotomy in the market of us and them. I think what needs to happen is that needs to be eradicated, and for us to realize that there are people like Cathie Woods, like Warren Buffett, like Peter Lynch, that are transparent, they're open. They like to offer full disclosure. Guys like, and I know there's a lot of hate around short sellers, but you look at guys like Citron, you look at guys like Muddy Waters, like Wolfpack Research, they put their positions out there openly. And that transparency is something that I am in support of. I think the quicker that we get at this of it's not an us and them, it's the market is what the market is. Make your trades and make your trades. Don't bemoan each other for what you're doing. Don't cry about it. Love, war, and business, right? The three things where anything goes. I like to live in the reality that there are some good people on both sides of those coins, and there's some complete assholes on both sides of the coin. I'm sure all of us at some point have tripped across a retail trader that's dangerous and negligent in how they trade. Same could be true on the institutional side. And then there's some amazing traders out there, some really great traders, and a lot of them are here on Twitch. Stock Guy, Where the Rebels Are, Martini, like there's some amazing traders on here, right? Me. But like I think there's a lot of great traders on here. I think also I've seen some kind of scary trading stuff on social networks like TikTok and YouTube and even here on Twitch. So I forgot Saki. Sorry, Saki. Yeah, and again, rich is fairly relative as well, because I know guys that work for these institutions that are not rich. They're making some pretty pathetic salaries to do what they do, and they're not raking in the cash because they're not trading their own portfolio. They do this as a day job, and that's it. And they're not particularly proficient at it. They just learned a skill in a school, and then applied that skill to a job. And that's not to say that they're going to be fantastic at that job, but they're qualified to do it. Hashtag SWR. I don't know what that is. What's SWR?
Saki was right.
We don't recognize that here. It's just MWR. GameStop is now a national security risk. I don't think that the White House monitoring the situation makes it a national security risk. And again, I think Biden's got bigger fish to fry than what GameStop is currently trading at. All of the hate that the Democrats threw on Trump for being so focused on the market, instead of dealing with the COVID crisis or BLM or any of the other issues out there, Biden's got his hands pretty full. I would recommend that he focuses on getting that stimulus out to the people that need it, instead of worrying about watching the stock market. Makes him kind of look like a hypocrite who becomes so obsessed with the market, you know? I'm eating a deep fried chicken tendy since I made $200. Delicious. It always tastes better when you pay for it with tendies. Millennial, we still have Apple earnings today. We do. I'm not going to be doing Apple earnings, guys. I think that Apple earnings is going to be fantastic. I am going to pass you guys back on over to Rita after she gets an hour and a half nap in here, 2-hour nap, so that she can do the Tesla, right? She's doing the Tesla earnings?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tesla, guys, I think she's doing the Tesla earnings tonight anyway. She'll do that with you guys. Will you hold AMC to Friday if it stays here? I can't provide insight into my exit for a couple of different reasons. One, nobody likes to get front run. Two, I don't know. My play requires more information before an exit. Fed just released minutes about interest rates. TLS, let me try this on. Interest rates will remain the same for the interim until they can accurately analyze the current state of the economy. And at such time as they feel that the economy is recovering, they do reserve the right to potentially increase interest rates for the good of keeping a stable environment in the U.S. economy. Something along that nature? Yeah, okay, cool. I'm glad I wasted the time listening to the FOMC minutes. The only thing that I do want to take a look at would be, is there mention of crypto in that? That would be it. You bought GME again, you're about to hate your life. Where is it? 330? Who knows? Thank you, Olympians. Thank you. It's actually kind of remarkable, the little amount of DD that I put into AMC. So I'm kind of not feeling great as far as that side of it goes, where the amount of hours that I pour into something like ACRX. Yeah, I've got it here. I see it here. Guys, if I'm not getting excited, understand that inside I am excited, but the best way for me to stay calm psychologically is not on every tick up or down to start to like, she's going. One of the things that I really appreciated from, and it's on my reading list here, guys. You can go check this out on Amazon. This is a list of books that I have read and used to develop my own trading methodology in FA trading. I do qualitative fundamental analysis. These books are what I've used to build my methodology. With this list, guys, one of the things that is reiterated over and over and over again by a lot of very successful fundamental traders is the ability to find that kind of happy place, that place where you are not moving emotionally into and out of trades, that you are slowing down, you're breathing, you're relaxing. And I know that sounds like really Zen Buddhist of like, ooh, just chill, man, find your zone. But one of the shortcomings that I hear over and over again from long-term traders is female traders do extremely well in the industry because they do not allow emotions to influence their trading. They trade at a very intellectual level. They know their plays, they know their analysis, and they make a good point of committing to sticking to their plays based off of their logical thought process. Whereas men get greedy, hold for tendies, or they get fearful and they exit too soon. So for me, that's one of the things that I've really built into that trading methodology is slow down, breathe, analyze, make decisions not off of your cojones, like just detach that little brain for a second, and instead think through what you're doing. Yeah. Could this break 20 before power hour? Absolutely. Are the options going to become available today? Who knows? Women trading with no emotion? Contrary. I don't think that women don't trade with no emotion. I think women have emotions, but women just tend to be better about managing them. So they are aware of the emotion, but they don't allow the emotion to contradict the logic of the play and why they're in it. Oh, you were in at 140 and now you're in at 360. The question I would have for you, Illy the One, did you take gains on your out at 140? There's no halt on AMC. Okay, so one of the things that I stick to, and this is not something that a lot of traders like when they hear me say it, but I've got this motto of a win is 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 a win. And you can't go broke trading gains. Okay. If you are constantly looking back and going, I could have made more if I had just held, what you are going to do is put yourself in a really dangerous position at some point down the road, because you are going to hold a position that you otherwise would have exited simply because you missed out on gains on the last trade, right? What you need to realize is you had a win. That means that your analysis of that stock and of that play was correct. Good. That's good for you. If you're not keeping a trading journal, I highly recommend you do, and keep track of that trade. You did an excellent job taking that trade. Congratulations. You won. Okay, great. Now you got back in with GME. Let's see how you do on the second run, right? I hope you do really well. I do. But if you don't, when you lose, guys, if you turn every loss that you take into a learning experience of what did I do wrong? What could I have done better? And you do that analysis on every trade, what you're going to find is your losses are to your advantage because you're learning from them and you're gaining on them. And then your wins are wins and you're learning from those and gaining on them. You know what happens when your losses are wins and your wins are wins? You start to win a lot. Okay? And you guys have all heard the Wayne Gretzky or the Michael Jordan or the Kobe Bryant of like, how many three-point shots did Kobe have to miss to be who he was, right? I guarantee you he missed 10,000 shots more than he hit, right? Wayne Gretzky missed 99 times more shots than he put in the back of the net. So, question, how quickly can institutions get rid of their shorts in these companies? Basically, I'm asking how quickly can they adapt to the Wall Street bets tactic? They can fill at any point, as far as my understanding. They can choose to cover their shorts whenever they want. I don't know that helps, though, because them closing their shorts isn't going to hurt the people in GME, right? And I don't know how quickly will they. I have no idea. Will they cover their shorts? I mean, it does get a little bit awkward. If you're holding shorts on this thing from sub 200, every day they're paying a fairly painful interest on that, is my understanding. And after a while, that takes its toll. That's what put Melvin in the poor position that it's in. We got news from CNBC this morning that there are funds out there seeking financial assistance because they held shorts through thinking that Wall Street bets couldn't hurt them. They couldn't touch them, and they were wrong. Yeah, we are about to break 1 billion volume, guys, on AMC, so that'll be exciting. That'll be quite the day. I think I can say with almost all certainty that will happen today, given that it's only 2:00 and we're already at 977 million on the volume. I think that we will see this go above 1 billion traded today. Now, given that the average volume is 27 million, that's kind of crazy. But who is Wayne Gretzky? I don't know that I'm going to dignify that with an answer. He's the great one. Google it. Women of previous generations were consistently expected to keep their emotions in check, so I could see how that makes sense, but I'm not sure that will be true moving forward. So you guys watch Rita for the most part. Rita and I love to hang out. Most of you guys would say that Rita is a fairly emotional lady. She screams, she yells, she gets excited, she throws things at people, she laughs until she cries. She is a fairly emotional person. But when it comes to her trading, that bullshit stops and she makes slow, methodical, intellectual decisions. I have not known Rita to take a emotional response to a trade. This is TD Advanced Dashboard, so it's like TD Ameritrade, but for Canadians. Palantir's carrying your portfolio. Awesome, Carrot. Love to hear that. Bruce, thank you for educating some of us. This is the first time and only account I Twitch. I was following you on Facebook.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming on over from Facebook.
So what is going on? I can talk again.
We've got a German in here. Welcome, Germany. Guys, if you're learning, fantastic. I hope I can help you learn. I do recognize that fundamental analysis, and especially what I do with market psychology, is not for everybody. I do understand that. And when people ask, well, why do you trade this way? Because this is what I've had being successful, right? I tried TA for a little bit. It was not profitable. I immediately stopped. I tried trading quantitative fundamental analysis, so really more so trading off of quarterly reporting, market cap, that kind of stuff. I did that for about 2 weeks and realized I wasn't going to be great at that. I then used my marketing. Any books on market psychology? Yeah, my number one favorite book, and I keep it next to me here so I can show it to you guys, but This one here, The Culture Code by Daniel Coyle, is an amazing starter. And it has absolutely nothing in the book to do with the market. You won't see any stock market stuff in that book. But what you will see in that book is an understanding of how groups of people respond to crisis, trials, and challenges, which if you can't put those two together, the stock market is an ever-evolving trial, challenge, or puzzle. So when you can understand how large groups of people are going to interact with that and respond to certain movements or certain ideologies that come into the market, I've been able to trade quite profitably off of that. That book list there on Amazon is actually also a reading list. That book's called The Culture Code. That's a reading list of a whole bunch of great books. I do anything that I put on the list, I have read and I think is of value. I wouldn't put it on that list otherwise. That's not just it's not a cash grab. Yes, I do get an affiliate fee off of the books that are on there, but I do not put a book on there unless I think that it brings value to a trader in one way or the other. Now, there are books that are on that list that I put on there as negative examples. So Ray Dalio's Principles is a book that I put on there for you guys to learn that institutional traders are not all the gods that will be end all of the market. When you read Principles, you'll see that Ray Dalio blew up multiple hedge funds until he finally got to where he is today and considered a phenomenal success. Myself personally, I think all the people that he left kind of lying in his wake are to his detriment as a trader historically, but that's not for me to discern as much as anybody else because he's kicking the crap out of me on returns, right? I've been at this for a year. He's been at it much longer. Who's to say when I'm going to blow it up? Okay. So half of my EXPR. Congrats on the win. There's Martini's Discord. I'm actually down today overall. I'm sorry to hear that, Carrot. AMC is pushing up. We still don't have pricing on these options though, guys. So I'm not. It's great to see that movement, but I'm not really going nuts on it. The other book that I really recommend from that list, guys, is called The Spider and the Starfish. It's about different organizations of. It's about different organizations of leadership. One that is a top-down leadership mentality of you've got somebody like the president on top and everybody takes orders from the president. And then you've got something that's a little bit more, I guess ethereal is the word I want to use. I don't know if that's going to really be rightly applied, but think of it more of a group think tank that doesn't necessarily have a hierarchy of leadership, but is instead a group of people learning and growing together with some direction. So think Wall Street Bets. Where are there mods that moderate to some degree what is and is not allowed? Absolutely. But with that being said, do the Wall Street Bet mods control the decision-making process of those people that are part of the group? No. They operate independently of a single leadership structure. So that's interesting.
Hey, Italian Bet, I'm not a mod here, but let's refrain from language like that.
Yeah, it's probably further down. I'll get to it. I'm not a financial professional, guys. I can't look at your portfolios, but you guys kick ass. Anybody that's coming on over and watching, we're doing it. AMC moving. Couldn't made $40 more on AMC. Oh well. Win is a win is a win is a win. Thank God I bought AMC at a terrible entry. Actually embarrassing. You'll be okay. You mentioned you don't usually take options plays, but regarding Nokia, would you say there's a more opportunity in shares overnight or late February? Fries. I have a really hard time with it, especially since Nokia is moving as part of this short squeeze. I don't know how long it lasts. Is it a distributed system? I don't think Wall Street Bets is a distributed authority system because everybody makes decisions independently, which is the defining factor of a starfish system of leadership. Are you in Hill? No, I exited Hill. Hill Guy was a consultancy firm that's chaired by or a board member is Joe Biden's brother. We played that up until the election. We made a great game on it. We're almost there. It is. We just broke 1 billion volume. Crazy.
I feel sad.
I remember.
I feel sad.
I remember.
About Hill, but I was the one that found it.
Yeah, guys, it wasn't even my trade. Redemption brought it to me and said, "What do you think of this?" And I loved it because Redemption rarely brings me a TA trade or rarely brings me an FA trade. So when Redemption brings me an FA trade saying, "Hey, Millennial, I like this because it's Biden's brother. What do you think?" My response was, Could I possibly see Joe Biden's administration being in any way complicit in greasing the palm of his brother? Yes, I could. And so I traded on that, and I made gains. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, I don't trade the Canadian market, guys. I trade almost exclusively the U.S. market. As of today, I am up 40 grand on the day.
The other thing I wanted to earmark too is that Hill's literally a done trade. It should be like, for me, when I looked at the seasonality of it, it should be dumped before February, because February is usually when it sees a huge drop off. Again, this is aligned with seasonality, so with this type of mania, there's no attention on Hill, so it's not gonna run up. I'm not going to guarantee you that, but the likelihood of it running up is very slim at this moment.
How can this impact the stock negatively? I'm not sure, Boza, exactly what you mean there. So if you could just give it some context, I'd be there. Sorry, it's poopy. Yeah, poopy. I get it, and it's the language that's been used in the past. Yeah. You nailed it. You guys are being mature, and I appreciate that. Do you think AMC will keep going up till Friday? I don't know. I'm waiting on options to make that decision for me. One Billy. But what? I remember when. Write it down in your journals, guys. I witnessed a stock do 1 billion volume in a day on this day.
Crimson.
HII. Yeah, I am in an option. I am in an options position on HII. HII is Huntington, guys. Negotiator, thanks so much for the follow. Greatly appreciate it. HII, guys, in my opinion, they are one of the largest Navy shipbuilders as far as federal contracts go in the U.S. The military spending budget for the year has quite a large additional spending for the Navy into new ships and aircraft, and I think HII is a solid play. So yeah, for me, I am still in HII. I have fairly long dated options. I'm looking at August options at a 260 call. So I'm fairly happy about that. I do try to be transparent as much as possible, guys, on my trades. Nothing that I do here is a secret, and I don't want it to be a secret. That keeps me honest. I mean, who knows what it does in Power Hour? I don't know that we get another billion in Power Hour, but I mean, could we do 1.5? Maybe. What's your tax rate on the gains from the trade? I am gonna source an accountant this year. I'm gonna let him figure that out. I do have several different means of shoring that away. Charitable donations. I am considering opening up what would be the equivalent of a 501c3 for my wife this year, so a nonprofit here in Canada that I can make charitable donations to. She does a lot of work with the community, helping people that are underprivileged, getting them food and meals and whatnot. And I'd like to be able to support her a little bit using the gains from the market, and that I get to do that on a charitable donation would also be kind of nice as a tax relief. So it's kind of two birds with one stone on that. The other thing is I am diagnosed PTSD, guys, so I do have a registered disability savings plan in Canada. That's something that I am looking to actively use. I'm trying to keep up here as best as possible, guys. I know the chat's moving a mile a minute, but Nokia's at 800 million volume, so it could break 1 billion too. That's true. Has a stock never done 1 billion a day before? There are definitely stocks that have done it. They're typically like tiny little penny stocks though. So SNDL almost daily does, like, it has an average volume of 160 million. It's done 600 million today. So
I think SNDL is still the record one. It had 2.1 billion.
Yeah.
And that's why I said AMC won't hit 1 billion or 2 billion today. And that was a 40-cent stock that day. So yeah.
Yeah, and when SNDL does get the news of legalization in the U.S., it will break that record. You will see it go to 3 billion in a day. I am almost certain of that. Just because it's such a low price, like at 60 cents.
Now
like,
GME, I think not the all-time record. I think Neo has the all-time record of 25 billion in a day dollars.
Yeah.
Is that? But they hit 20 billion yesterday.
Am I still in PIX? No, I exited that for gain. That was a win. I like CLSK instead of Mara, blockchain, and green energy. Yeah, I mean, there are lots of great plays in the crypto sector, guys. For me, I like Mara simply because if they were to be live right now in both facilities with all of the miners that they purchased, they would currently have 7% of the global hash rate on CryptoCoin. So does crypto need to soar for Mara to go up? No. Crypto could stay exactly where it is all year, and Mara from now till April is set to 10x their hash rate capability. I think that Mara's a very strong long-term position in crypto, and I am going to continue. With it. If these if these profits go into crypto and decentralized systems, this would be an absolute win. I mean, it is interesting to see because typically when you see gains like this, people would take it and they put them in the old faithfuls, right? The old standbys. Let's go ahead and take this and put it into gold, or let's put it into
bonds.
Put in index funds, right? Let's put in SPY. Let's put it in. I'm trying to think of other safe havens.
Can I interest you in some treasury bonds?
Yeah, treasuries. That's Exiled on the mic, by the way, guys. The other British voice that you hear.
Hello.
I don't want to miss anybody, guys. I really do want to get to all of your questions and help you guys understand what's going on. Taking money from foreigners shouldn't be taxed. I'm okay with paying taxes, guys. I'm one of those guys. I've lived in Canada for a long time. I do get a lot of people saying, aren't you pissed off that you have to pay, such high taxes that you have to pay for other people's healthcare? I'm not pissed off. I'm extremely blessed. I'm extremely blessed to live in Canada, to have the benefits of living in Canada, to be able to trade the market the way that I do, to have the amazing family that I do. I mean, my parents have worked very hard for many, many years in the government, paying into their pension fund. I don't think that I will ever see the Canadian pension fund. I won't see a penny from it, but my parents will. And so I'm okay paying into that. Am I okay with paying into socialized healthcare when I don't actively use it? Our family tends to be fairly healthy for the most part, and we try to use it as little as possible and use it responsibly. Whereas there are others that don't necessarily do that. I don't mind. Some of that may be because I am a Christian, and that's an ethos that I subscribe to is caring for other people, even if they're people that aren't necessarily taking care of themselves. Can you hear my life story anytime? It's a long, winding, sad tale that has a pretty solid ending, I'm hoping. But I don't really want to get into too much details because I'm kind of tired and I'd probably break down crying on stream, and I'm not about that life. So maybe one day, but definitely not today. I just don't have it in me. Tendies or steak for dinner? I'm going to let Mrs. Millennial surprise me. Whatever she thinks is worthy for dinner. She knows how hard I've been working. That'll be there. Did Biden legalize nationally? He has not. The MORE Act will essentially legalize marijuana nationally. It just needs to pass the Senate. It's passed the House already. I'm putting my gains to AMD SPY, and it's kicking my ass today. Just hodl carrot. There's nothing wrong with AMD and SPY. I think you're going to be just fine. When is Tesla's earnings? After hours? Beaver. I can't disagree with that. We only pay taxes on 50% of capital gains. Yes, but I do believe that there's a certain allowance in Canada of up to $250,000 in capital gains in your lifetime that are non-taxable. I'm not sure if those can come directly from the market or if I have to invest it directly in property. But if I do have to invest $250,000 in property and I am able to take this portfolio to $500,000 this year, before December, I will back out $250K and put it into real estate. I'll pay off my mortgage and I'll buy a second home. Biden ended girls sports. What? I don't know what that is. It's old news, but just saw it. Yeah, I have no idea. Everyone is closing their positions on GME. Is AMC soon to be done? I don't think so. In my opinion, I don't think so. When you say everybody's closing out their positions in GME, GME is still over 300. And if anything, I think if you're closing out a position in GME, psychologically anyway, I think that Wall Street Bets is really good about, okay, what's the next play? And right now it's looking like the hype on the next play is BlackBerry, Nokia, or AMC. With AMC up 260%, I think it reeks of the opportunity to be the next GME. And so there's a very high opportunity, at least from a psychology perspective, that we see that mindset having the gains rolled into AMC, not away from AMC. Have I served? No. I did go through the reserve. I did have the opportunity to join a reserve unit in Cornwall, just by where I am here. Unfortunately, I did get my PTSD designation shortly afterwards. It was onset PTSD from my daughter passing away and my wife nearly passing away. So I was not able to serve or be an active part of that unit like I had wanted to be, which is unfortunate. I do highly respect those who do serve. I do have many friends that are active military in Canada. I have great respect for those that serve, and I will always be a big fan of those that are willing to put their life on the line so that I can have all those fun things that we just talked about. But yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to serve. I would have liked to, even in a reserve capacity. But the reality is, doing a full-time business on top of being a father of 8, a husband to a wonderful wife, and then throw that on top of it with my mental health, I just couldn't do it. It would have been a breakdown. So might as well give participation awards as well. A Mega Lull award. Oh, Oceanic Girl Sports guys can now play with them. Yeah. Anyone selling GME, each share will buy 16 AMC shares. Wow, is that the math on it? It's pretty crazy. I do have 8 kids. Yeah. 6 girls, 2 boys. And then we have the little girl pass away. Hell in the middle. No. I grew up south of Toronto, guys, in Waterloo. I've kind of been all over the place. We lived in the West Coast in the US, Southern Oregon for a while. Traveled across the states, made a lot of friends. Traveled across most of Canada, made a lot of friends. Currently, I'm somewhere in between Ottawa, Montreal, and New York State. Did you say Father of 8 you can stream with no background noise? I have been streaming now I started streaming in 2015. So my kids know that dad's upstairs in the office streaming, so they try to respect that. I also have RTX in the video broadcast, so that helps kind of cut out some of the background noise. I don't know if you guys will hear me clapping here necessarily. I might have learned the clap at this point, but most noise is happening outside. If a baby's crying in the room next door, you guys can't hear that. Or my wife's nagging, making fun of me over in the other room. You guys don't hear that either. Dan, bro, you need the money. I don't need the money. I don't. I'm like I said, I've been quite blessed. At a digital marketing consultancy company, I still work with several clients that I've chosen to stay with, that I really, really enjoy working with. Shout out to Zipline Gear. If you guys ever need a zipline, I guess I am sponsored because I work from them, but I don't give a fuck. These guys are awesome. Highly recommend the kits. They're solid kits. Love the team there. They treat their employees really well as well. Take care of the people that work with them, which is kind of rare. Any twins? No, singles. We don't like to cheat. No wonder you're trying to make more money. I just, guys, honestly, playing the stock market, and I don't want to be like that guy who's like, oh, I don't really care about the money. The money's great. But more than the money, I've got this thing where when I see puzzles that are these complicated puzzles that have a whole bunch of pieces, I want to understand how all of that fits together. Winnipeg to Ottawa is an upgrade, in my opinion. Buffalo sucks. That's so cold. How old is your oldest? My oldest is 16. And then my youngest is a year. Happy to be here, Reese. Hold the line. So again, guys, you'll see like it just dropped to what, 1630? And I'm just like, I until this is full down here, I can't really make a decision. And I know that seems crazy in some respects, but Winnipeg, guys, for those of you that don't know Winnipeg actually has several weeks of the year where it is colder than Mars. So imagine how much fun that is. I think we did it, guys. I think I finally got through that entire chat. If I missed anything that you guys had as far as a question, I'm more than happy to answer that. It is Winterpeg for sure. You like the top banner? Yeah, I mean, this is helpful for me to just be able to keep looking up and seeing kind of what those positions are. What do you use to trade in Canada? I'm on the TD Advanced Dashboard. I use TD just because I've had a bank there forever. So, hi, Wivestock. Hi, Jedi. Redemptions in chat, guys. IPOF, please, still a good hold? Absolutely. Absolutely. $1 billion SPAC that's being overseen by Chamath? Absolutely. That it's down where it is for me, in my opinion, a buy the dip. You think it's worth it to take a loss to predict a better profit? Yes, I do. Because what I need to... Meow, thank you so much for the gifted subs. You rock. You didn't need to do that. Thank you so much. For me, what I'm trying to nail down, guys, and I think Where the Rebels Are did a really great job earlier of pointing this out. He said, you know, there's two ways that you kind of learn the market. One is it's going to come with a $40,000 cost. The other one is it's going to take you about 5 years. I have to stay modest that while I had an amazing first year in the market, the ability for me to still blow up and not know how to do things effectively is there. So I have to stay humble and I still have to keep refining my trading methodology. And so for me, is it worth it to lose $1,000, $2,000 of potential profit in order to confirm that the way that I'm playing this play is correct? Yes, because that $1,000, $2,000 loss on gains, I'm still going to take a win on this play, but that $1,000, $2,000 loss on gains, it is an investment into refining the methodology that could potentially down the road produce even greater gains for me. Hopefully that makes sense. Kind of the idea of like, is it worth it to go to the gym every day of the week and risk potential injury just for the sake of a small gain on your personal best lift? Yes. Is there any guides, courses to learn more about stocks? You can actually audit a lot of the courses at institutions, the Booth School of Business, MIT. There's lots of... You won't get credit for taking the classes, but you can audit the courses for free. So the education is there for free. If you're not looking for a designation or a diploma, no problem. I myself, guys, am a high school dropout. I do not have my high school diploma, and I'm able to do all right in the world. I'm able to fend for myself because I recognize that those diplomas don't mean jack shit in the real world. Your ability to continuously strive to learn and grow is going to define what you're capable of doing. So that we have free access to MIT courses that you can Google right now. Go over to YouTube and Google Andrew Lowe Adaptive Markets. It's mind-blowing. I didn't understand it all the first time that I listened to it. I had to listen to it 4 or 5 times to be able to grasp what it was that he was trying to get at, but it was worth it for me. So I did that, and I watched it over and over and over again until I understood what it meant. I'm sure there are people that are attending MIT that sit in on that course or that class and they get it right away, and kudos to them. They're able to do that because they've worked their ass off to get to MIT and be able to understand that. For me, am I willing to go through those additional hours of listening to the same thing a few times in order to better understand a concept that could potentially produce gains or benefits for me down the road? Yeah, I'm willing to do that work. When I say that I've only been in the market a year, guys, you have to take into account that means that I'm up, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Studying the market, learning the market, reading news, reading bio reports, reading government contracts, reading RFPs, reading federal funding stimulus packages, 5,000 pages of legal leads. I'm doing that legwork. So it's not like, oh, well, he's uneducated and he's making gains. That's super easy. I bust ass every day and I treat it like a job. I really do strive to put in a hard effort every day when I come in and work. So that's definitely there. You're out of funds, just trying to make sure we can get the most gains. Meow, I'm on board with that. Is the talk live, Jay Powell? I don't know. Again, I can pretty much do the psychic thing on what Jay Powell has to offer. The only thing that I will be watching for is news on crypto, but I think Mara is going to reflect whether or not there's positive or negative sentiment around crypto. SPY is falling pretty hard here, guys, at 375. So something that he's saying isn't making them very happy. Looking at Bridgetown entry on the little dip, I might be actually with BTWN. I am a huge fan of that, but I am out of IPOF, so I might actually look at getting in on IPOF. I think there's a lot of potential with IPOF. Andrew Lowe teaches lectures, guys. So the name that you're looking for again on that is Andrew Lowe. The talk that he does is Adaptive Markets. There's a book as well. It's an Audible book. It'll probably be the one that I'm listening to this weekend if I don't listen to another Market Wizards book. The Gym Gives Better Health as well. True. Is Reddit down for everyone? I don't know. I'm not currently on Reddit. Who is the MIT course YouTuber? There it is. Did Wall Street take Reddit down? Maybe. I think it'll probably be back up. We need to make it decentralized. Teaching yourself stocks is easy. Immersing yourself in the investment world and using resources like Investopedia, you can learn a lot. That's very true. There are a lot of great resources and assets. I think one of the most underappreciated assets on the internet right now is Twitch. I cannot tout enough the amount of valuable knowledge that is here on a wide spectrum of traders. So you have guys like Ross Cameron over in Warrior Trading that are very TA-based trading. You've got ladies like Martini that bring a wealth of experience and institutional experience. Same thing with Where the Rebels are, nearly 20 years, 19 years and 6 months or whatever it is as an accredited investor. Redemption comes from an institutional trading side. I've learned a lot from these folks, and I know that a few of them would say that they learned a thing or two from me, and that's great. But that's what I love about this community is it's a lot of people that are growing together, learning together, and adapting together. And I think that that's a really, really powerful thing. Good morning, Dr. Krieger. How can I use the advanced TD? I've been with them for many years now too. Go to TD and look for the desktop app. So when you go into your web broker, you'll see an option to download a desktop app. That's what this is. MIT courses, come on in. What is your degree in? I assume you had one that is highly marketable for your consultancy. No, I am a high school dropout. I don't have a degree. I started in digital marketing. I'll give you the quick 411 on that. I started as a fry cook at McDonald's. Within 6 months, I was a salaried manager at McDonald's. From there, I transitioned through all the way up to the ROLP, which is the restaurant manager level of business education. I then took that and applied that into restoring bankrupt businesses for movie theaters, Taco Bell's, KFC's, Pizza Hut's, a whole bunch of different businesses. Just helping them do business analysis. So not just marketing, but also financials, just general systems overview, helping them understand how to create a profitable business. And then through experience, I grew that. I took a year of sabbatical after my daughter passed away, went over to the West Coast. At the time, that's when social media was really starting to turn a corner as a practical tool for marketing. So what I did was use all of the knowledge that I had gained from systems analysis and business systems and applied it directly to social media. At that point, I started to grow the business and receive referrals from one successful client to another, to the point where I had a business that was able to grow and thrive just on referrals over a decade. I got to work with great companies like H&M. I got to manage and contribute to their social media in France, UK, Germany, US, I'm missing one, Switzerland. I got to work with Toyota. I got to work with Fox TV. I got to work with some Hollywood films. So I got to run the gambit with a whole bunch of different industries, which gave me the ability to understand how different industries work, which then when this year came around, I had started a public speaking career last year as somebody who was a bit of an authority in the digital marketing industry. I moved out of that fairly quickly due to COVID, not being able to travel internationally to events, and decided I would do the market. I use all that knowledge that I have from all the different marketing and industries and business systems, pull it all together and trade off of it. Millennial, I asked to fill a seller order this morning, 10 a.m. at market price on AMC, and it's not filled yet. Is this normal? No, that's not normal. I would contact your broker. My Reddit works. Awesome. Agree. Shame it's part of Amazon. I'm rewatching Margin Call's movie ending after today. Yeah, you should. You should. And take note, guys. At the end of Margin Call, it's kind of interesting. take note of who's left standing at the end of the day on margin call, okay? It's not the hotshot CEO. It's not the sexy lady. It's not the guy that's been there for, 10 years and is up and coming in the ranks. The guys that stay are the wicked smart guy, the guy at the very top, and the guy that needs to be there who's the old timer. Those are the three. So be the smartest in the room, or be the most cunning in the room, or be the guy that's kept your head to the grindstone for 30 years and done your damn job. Those are the three that live. I literally doubled my net worth because I started watching you and learning from TSG. That's amazing, man. But that's you. So that's really amazing testimony to what you're capable of, Sean. Not as much TSG Teeny and myself. And that's what we really advocate here. And that's what we love to hear, is that you guys are learning and growing and making good decisions for yourself and your own financial health. And as a result, you guys are seeing gains and growing. Because there's things that you do that I definitely would never do, right? Take, for example, AMC. I'm sure you've closed your position. I have not. So we do still have different trading styles. Did you sell off our friend SNDL? I did. I did that earlier today, so I had additional capital to get into AMC a little bit further. Huge thank you guys for all the follows. I do greatly appreciate all the new follows, guys. Welcome to the community. For those of you that are like, wow, this is a lot of information all at once, I don't like to skip through things. So how far do I see Nokia going? Maybe 8, maybe. Nokia wasn't one of the ones that was on the list, so. Yes, no, and I appreciate that. I think there's a lot of that too. One of the things that I also love about Twitch is you get a very diverse community. So it's not an echo chamber, right? It's not like a group of people that are all right-leaning Republican Canadians that are here saying the same thing and we just chirp off of one another. Yep. Instead, what you get is this really diverse patchwork of different experiences, different thoughts, different ideologies, all kind of woven together. And I think that's to the strength of a trader, for you to be in parts of these communities. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Yep. My account was down 67% until I'm stocky. Now you're up 123. That's amazing. Sag, damn dude. Same for me as well. Origin story, there it is. I mean, that's the 411 TLDR, I guess. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail. What would you call your trading style? I'm calling it qualitative fundamental analysis, or macro psychology trading, mass psychology trading. And that means I trade off of where I see large groups of people reacting to market news. Yeah, YOLOing options and losing your shit. Yeah, that's a sure way to go. I see a lot of people that unfortunately start that way and learn to diversify out of it. So one of the things actually I learned from the Market Wizard books is most of them leave their post-secondary education as TA traders, and within a year of being in the industry, they have switched to being FA traders exclusively. Entry price on AMC originally was 466, and then I increased my position this morning, taking it to an average of 808 or 802. 802. Yeah. Any thoughts on Naked? Naked was one on the short list. It does have some potential. It tends to be one of the... So I do have a scanner set up to see what are the biggest movers every day, and without a doubt, Naked is on this almost every day. Naked, SNDL, Zemetica, Sens, SOS, Atos tend to be on this list of big movers every day. So it's a fairly common stock. It does get a lot of volatility, a lot of volume. I personally don't trade it just because I haven't done the due diligence on it. I don't really have a psychology play on it. I liked AMC better, and I'm glad that I took it. Diversity on corporate boards is similar in terms of different thoughts and perspectives. Absolutely, I agree. I understand just memeing. Yeah, for sure. I will agree. Martini, Stocky, and Rebel have really helped. I get up a lot earlier to listen in the morning. Great education. Yeah, and I mean, this is the other thing that I love, right? When I first started, I met Stocky, and that was kind of cool. And then at first I met Redemption, and then I met Stocky, and then I met Colonel, and then I met Hitch, and then I met Martini, and then I met all the guys on Martini side, Exiled, and Stoby, and Just Web, and I mean, Ginger's in there, and all of you guys that hang out in the Discord. And it's amazing. Rebels, I've just been getting to know Rebels over the past little bit here, but he seems and sounds like a pretty outstanding guy. I mean, Yeah, no, I don't have my own Discord, guys, and the reason why I don't have my own Discord is I have no desire to split the community into tiny little pieces. So I do the morning call on Stock Guys Discord. I'll be there every morning. I do a brief overview DD on there for the community there. And then typically I come on here and I stream, and then I spend the rest of the day in Martini's Discord hanging out there. So I do not have the WSB Discord link. I do have Martini's Discord link, and it's right there. Rebels legit very cautious though. I'm waiting for this market to break him. It's done Rita, then Redemption. We'll get Rebels. I think Rebels been around long enough that he has that time weighted patience and pause to things. I think he recognizes and understands what this market is, and he understands that this is not necessarily a market that he wants to actively be involved in, which I can respect. AMC is approaching 19. I'm just going to open up Seeking Alpha here, guys, and we can take a look at what the news is looking like heading into Power Hour here. What is a good standalone scanner for movements? Honestly, guys, TradingView does a fairly decent job. Poifin, I would recommend more. 21.8 thousand people at Stockies. That's awesome. Huge shout out to Stock Guy. He's an amazing streamer. He's worked really hard. He knows where I stand and how appreciative I am of what he is doing. Is Mia Khalifa tweet illegal? I don't know what that is. Okay, real quick, I'm going to do a news breakdown, see if there's anything here. So this is news that they did a private offering. AMC has already done a private offering. So that is now priced in. It's filled and closed. And they raised another $300 million off of it. So the question is AMC going to get an offering? It's done, the offering already. So again, where do I stand right now on AMC? I'm pretty bullish because that news didn't really phase it.
The VIX is flying. It's at 30. Hit 31 just about an hour ago.
Yeah, I mean, SPY fell all the way to 374. I don't know what the hell they're doing over at that FOMC, but it did something that they didn't like. VNTR, Venatar Materials. I don't know anything about this stock. I don't know anything about that ticker. It is. I think that's really strong news for AMC personally. That it was able to fill an offering like that and nobody noticed. Yeah, they were probably selling shares today throughout the day. But an additional $300 million on top of the $900 million extension that they got, there's a very good chance that they survive no problem. Jay Powell's live, quite possibly. That's what I think is affecting the SPY right now. They did do an offering and it's already filled. It's closed, which leaves them looking really, really strong in a power hour here, in my opinion. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, Duck Me Daddy, they did take on debt, right? This is different than debt. This is not debt. This is cash in hand, which is even better. Any idea what's driving ACB today? There was pot hype on one of them, THCB, I believe. So there was some pot hype in the market today. Typically, you see that raise the entire pot industry. So we did note SNDL went up. We took a 10% gain on that in the churn and burn today. I think it's pot driving behind THCB. Pot stocks also had been beaten down quite a bit over the past couple days, so it was a buy the dip opportunity. I know Wolf of Weed Street is somebody that I watch fairly closely for insight into the weed industry, and he himself was calling a buy the dip looking play going in the market today. So I'm not surprised to hear that that's what happened. He's got a really accurate read on how that market moves and when it's at a dip and when it's not. Reddit is down. Coincidence? I think not. It's had a lot of problems today. I don't know that that's a calculated, but Bitcoin's 30,000 right now. What is Mara doing on that? Mara's 1750.
I want this to close above 20 millennial because this would double fuck them because one is their average is pretty low still, and second, if they're still holding on to this, the carry rate that they have to pay. Oh my god!
Yeah,
Overnight
I
carry
think
rate on this thing.
That's been another thing that's been in the back of my mind, guys. Redemption did announce that he saw a short fill at 16. In my mind, that short fill is not going to want to hold this over into the next day.
They might not have a choice because they're was it they basically, you know, these guys, they just doubled down on the shit.
Yeah.
We won't know till next morning anyways.
Powell declined to comment on GameStop.
Did somebody actually ask him?
Yeah,
Fuck out of
yeah.
here. That's okay. So, guys, I get that we are excited about that, but that's irresponsible reporting. When you have the ability to ask the head of the Fed a question regarding the economy in the U.S., and your question is, "What do you think about GameStop?" Your ass deserves to be fired. That's not the question that you ask him. Yeah, of course he did. Of course he declined to comment on individual equity. He's not going to pump stocks or tear stocks down. Powell is no slouch. If they weren't aware of that, right? Like, come on. 100%. She's a Wall Street Bets clone. She's in there. She's a spy. She's a spy. She's trying to get him to buy the spy. That's why she's watching it tank to 373. All right, I gotta piss. I gotta get some water. I'll be right back, guys.
Jesus, naked brands. I'm just seeing like a flurry of orders through. Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it likes to do this every couple of weeks, doesn't it? Huge
Yeah, it's like
bump.
Zomedica, right? Zomedica's down at 90 right now. Now's a decent time to take a look at Zomedica too, because it goes right back up to $1.20. Yeah,
I basically
$1.40.
locked in. I basically locked at AMC.
Apple's down on the day. I personally, guys, think that Apple's going to do really well on their earnings.
Apple's been sideways for months. I think since like November they've been sideways.
I think everybody's been waiting for this sideways window that we're looking at here, guys, from pretty much September on, is a result of people waiting with anticipation to hear how the new iPhone sales went, right? How'd your Q4 do? Anybody think that they didn't do well on their Q4? I'm not willing to take that bet.
Oh wow! I didn't even realize the SPY's down at 374, but the VIX term structure is actually down. Like it's not. It hasn't gone up. It should have gone. It should like the VIX term structure should have gone up. It shouldn't have gone down.
People obviously think this is literally like a week or two. It's super short term because contract ahead's up, but the rest of them must be down.
Mm-hmm.
So this downward movement or this red consolidation that we're seeing on AMC right now, guys, in my opinion, is due to the SPY drop. That AMC is holding sideways while the SPY is doing this. Again, we just got news of an AMC offering that opened, closed, and nobody was the wiser. And SPY is dumping like this, and AMC is not blinking heading into Power Hour. Working at these funds, do you just get a salary or also commissions? Really thinking about applying for one in the EU. I don't know. I've never worked for a fund or a professional. As a high school dropout, I'm fairly certain that they would not be interested in having me work for them as an analyst or a trader. Don't meet the criteria. Typically, you get paid on commissions, though. If you're if you're working in a fund, my understanding is that you take on clients and you get paid off of the commissions from their trades. Typically, on the high end, it's about 20%, I think, that you would take on the gains. Now, if you're a trader for a private investment firm, that would be different. You could potentially get a salary with bonus incentives, but that will depend on which firm and what you negotiate. Is it enough to explain the repression today? Shorts clear, offering SPY death. I don't think the shorts are clear. I don't. I think we open up that list tomorrow of short interest and we see that they aren't clear, that they haven't learned their lesson, and that this is going to continue. Melvin Capital may not be enough to send this down. Do I have share screen via Discord as well? I don't share my screen in Discord. But yeah, it is there. It is available. I'll do that at times when I'm in there, but the market is getting crushed. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be balancing out around 374.50. We are headed into Power Hour here, so expect to see some volume in one direction or the other. In my opinion, though, I think that AMC is going to be detached from SPY movement. I think that it's going to trade on its own two legs for Power Hour. Twitch, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. You can catch me on all of those platforms. What is Power Hour? Power Hour is from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock every day in the market. Typically what people do is they come back at the end of the day, and that's where you see the volume really spike in the market. So you're going to see people entering or exiting positions into the end of the day in preparation for what's going to happen afterwards. So yeah, you need to take a shot of beer every minute. Yeah. I really enjoy Power Hour. The first 15 minutes and the last half hour of the market tend to be the ones with the most movement. So how do you feel about the earnings for Apple? Apple, I'm bullish on. Tesla, I'm bullish on. Facebook, I'm bearish on. When hedge funds fail before they can close their shorts, they close. So what happens when a hedge fund is unable to cover their shorts? What happens is the fund stops. They've busted the fund. All of their shorts sit there for a moment, and all of their longs are liquidated at the bid in order to cover the outstanding shorts. And then whatever's left is owed as debt against the fund, is my understanding. And then they would need to find loan facilities or seek bankruptcy protection in order to manage the outstanding debt that's held against them. No circuit breakers in power hour, no. Sounds acceptable, yeah. Just discovered you and I'm really happy to be here. Can you share your info about your style? Swing versus intraday. Typically I do trade swing. Usually I'm looking at anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks, but given the current market climate, I have found that I am taking plays a lot more frequently, daily or weekly at the longest. It's not a style that I'm really comfortable with. I am doing okay with it. I think I would prefer to have a longer style that is playing at least 3 to 4 weeks out. But right now you trade the market that you're given, right? So what I want doesn't matter. Doesn't amount to a hill of beans in this world, right? You got to trade what's in front of you. So what's in front of me right now is high volatility short squeezes. So that's what I'm trading. Awesome, man. See you around. So again, guys, like this is encouraging for me. Do we have options yet? No, we don't. There's still no options on this. So that this has not fallen from 18. So we have options data filling in on this from $9. Okay, so $9 has been actively traded. There's implied volatility. There's theoretical prices. There's volume trading on this. Okay, but anything over $9, there's nothing there. I know you guys can't. Just for a quick second. So $9 and below has active trading on it. But anything over $9 hasn't populated. And there are price points there, but they're all over the place. These haven't been locked down. What you guys see here with this gray bar that's filled and there's no data here, this is where we currently are. We are currently 10 strikes outside of where they have populated data. That's insanity. Am I up on CPPQ, Kekwe? CPPRQ. I'm not up. I'm down a penny. What does that tell me? It tells me that they are concerned that when they fill in the pricing on this, as well as these, this stock is going to rocket. Because the option interest is going to play not to this side that already has strikes. The options interest, the longer that they wait and the higher that this goes, the options interest is going to lean heavy on the call side to these higher numbers, which in turn is going to drive that stock price up off of those. Yeah. Ginger's got it. And my motto that I don't know if it's a motto or a mantra or whatever it is, but I typically have a position of hold. And I like to hold. I like to put it there. That way I can refer to it. That chart doesn't really do anything. So, and that would be a great idea, Gobbler. I'm not advocating that you do that, but Nicola is up. Yep. I just got it out. Green is green. Nice, Anubeta. Nice. Congrats. Do they have to release them today? Not that I know of. No.
Millennial.
What?
AMC quickly wraps.
Yeah, I saw
quickly
it.
wraps
The offer.
at
it wrapped its offering, right? It had an offering out and it filled and it's closed and it didn't move the stock.
Nope. It fucking got devoured.
Yeah. So what does that tell you?
I think that I need to start looking at other places domicile my taxes, and I am not happy about that.
Yeah. Yeah, retailers don't give a fuck. 2021 Q1 volatility, up or downtrend, what do you think? I think that volatility is in the uptrend. Whether the SPY is reflective of the bullish sentiment in the market, I don't know that that's necessarily true. What we're seeing here is a lot of stocks having solid runs, but they're small micro cap stocks, right? We're not talking the big boys. It's not the fat man G's that are driving the market, which in turn is hurting the SPY. SPY price is down at 374, but you've got these stocks that are running 250% in a day, 300% in a day, right? GME is still up above 300. It's 323 right now. No idea. I don't trade any of those tickers. I know kind of what they are. I understand like UVXY, SVXY. You're trying to trade volatility against the SPY and movement on that, but all of that can get cucked in one FOMC. So what was the AMC offering price at? It doesn't say. It's a private offering, from what I read on the article. At the market, so whatever the market price was throughout the day. But they sold 63 million additional shares at the market price for 300 million in gains. A little bit of an F Wednesday. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I wonder whether they were too firm to close their shorts. It could have been.
Oh, that's an interesting concept. They did an at-the-money offering to allow the shorts an exit?
Mm-hmm. Maybe. Just with it saying it's private, you know.
Hydrogen's definitely becoming a thing. I think lithium, again, I still like a little bit more. The CEO's going to get a fat paycheck. Yeah, that AMC CEO has been busting his ass these past 6 months. Picking up debt facilities that are going to stretch him out and into what he's hoping is the survival of the entertainment industry. Would they have sold straight to a hedge fund? Yeah, if it's a private offering like that and it's being managed by Goldman and B. Riley Securities, it doesn't mean that that's exclusive. A retail trader could call up Riley and Goldman and say, hey, I hear that there's a private offering on AMC at the money. Can I get a piece? That's possible that you could do that as far as I understand. There's no rules against it. But typically those at the money offerings or those offerings that are being run by Goldman or whatever, these funds have direct relationships with those firms. And so when those firms get those offers, they call the hedge funds because they're going to buy them up entirely, right? Whereas a retail trader, you're not going to call a retail trader to say, hey, I've got 60 million shares of AMC to buy. Are you interested in grabbing them? No single retail trader is going to buy that. Whereas you can make one call to a hedge fund and say, hey, you want to cover your shorts at the money right now? They'll buy up the entire position, right? Which is what happened. What do I think of TAN? I think that solar headed into the year and through the next 4 years is very strong. If TAN shows a dip, it's probably favorable. So it will kill the squeeze, won't it? Not necessarily. So it's just conjecture at this point. We don't have any data to confirm that. We also don't have options still indicating which way the price should move. GME is on the move again. Not a surprise into the close. It's 342 right now. I mean, AMC is making decent gains too, guys. 1850. So, for those of you that were here first thing in the morning, you guys were here pre-market with us when this went down to $8. And I hopped onto StockTwits and I was telling people, for those that got out at $8, you're going to feel really awful during Power Hour today. Imagine that you ran from this thing at $8 pre-market. You're probably not feeling so hot, right? At 420, rip. Well, I mean, kudos on the meme. And you exited green on that. I know he's got a crying monkey there, but I know that he exited green on that, right? So, win is a win is a win is a win. To get your initial investment back at 16. I mean, was it green, Cobbler? If it was green, great. What do you think will happen to GME, Nokia, BlackBerry tomorrow? I think all of these actually see another fairly decent day tomorrow. Friday is the day that I would be very scared of. 24 was the highest I think I saw it today. 10H is a carbon play. I don't know about 10H then. I thought it was a typo, to be honest. I thought it was 10 that we were talking about. Carbon, no. I like lithium better. Pete, I don't know, man. I'll tell you, I was super sneaky there. Well, I cut into Seeking Alpha. I actually placed my exit order. So I've got an order in, but nobody knows where it is. Shh. 2560. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. You bought it 474. You were out at 16. Nailed it. Real-time data, Twitter and StockTwits take the tie on that. Seeking Alpha, I go to for just an overview of market news, and then if I see something of interest, I'll go in there. Good dip if you want on LAC. $20, yeah. They don't have news for a while though. That's gonna be a long hold. Wish the brokers didn't break today. Lost a lot of profit. I'm sorry to hear that. You're gonna hold Nokia overnight? Great, man. If that's the decision you made, that's the trade you want to take. Good. Just got back from the snow. Are we millionaires? No, we're not millionaires. We're doing all right though. Am I holding AMC overnight? We'll have to wait and see. Sold 10% of your position in naked and you're holding overnight. Give me your good luck, sir. Hope you're having a good stream. I'm having a great stream, Carl. I've had a pretty chillax day. Martini did the bulk of the lifting today. And Stocky's over there with 18,000 people. So he's been working his ass off today. So I had a relatively easy day. Wait to see for what? Price movement into power hour. We are 313 now, but power half hour picks up and then power 15 minutes. 15 minutes right before the close and then 10 minutes before the close. See all kinds of crazy price movement on things. AMC included. Palantir gapped all the way back down. Yeah. It's getting very mainstream now. Yeah, very true. Realistically, how long do you think this trend can last? Weeks. AMC 1,000 end of the day. I wish. AMC goes 1,000 end of the day. I can just retire for the year. Take my wife on a cruise tomorrow. I got in before the hype, so I basically get a free ride. Can't wait for all the shenanigans to be over. Yeah. The short squeeze. Currently, these stocks that are running, guys, are short squeezes. That's been the play for the last little bit. If AMC goes to 1,000, I mean, it won't happen, but I can at least do the.
This is like the what would you do if you won the lottery question. You're playing with fake money, but it's fun to do sometimes.
I do this with options. Had I bought this at 1 cent.
Yeah. If AMC went to 1,000, I would have $3.8 million. So yeah, I wouldn't retire for the year, but I wouldn't necessarily be chasing after things. I'd probably start building a more long-term portfolio. Is that a Scottish accent? It sounds like Velvet. It's a liver puddler. The millennial 3.8 million to 38 million challenge. Yeah. One of the things, guys, is you trade very differently with $1,000, $10,000, $50,000, $500,000, $1 million, $10 million, $100 million, $1 billion. The trading styles are just so monumentally different. Number of positions you manage, how long you hold positions, your overview, your insights, that all that stuff changes. So. SNDL? Yeah, we got out at 67 earlier on the churn and burn, so you wouldn't YOLO $1 billion for tennies, no. Yeah, can you imagine putting $1 billion in Zomedica? How does someone become an accredited investor? That's when you can invest in private equity. In Canada, there's a whole bunch of different ways you can do it. You can do it through education by working with a firm. If you have $1 million in assets, or you and your spouse have $500,000 a piece in assets, or $250,000 over the last 5 years on your tax filing. So yeah, if I'm able to bring this account up to 500K this year, I will, and then maintain that into next year, I will be able to get my accredited investor designation, which will then give me access to IPOs. Both of us are playing SPACs, as far as I know. Colonel and I don't really break down each other's portfolios. I'm not sure what he's actively investing in, but. Where's my account now? Yeah, I share it. So last year in January, I started with 2,200 US. As of right now, the account value is $108,000. And then I also have a small holding of about $3,000 Canadian in my Canadian margin. How do you access IPOs? As an accredited investor, you have the ability to request details on IPOs. That's one of the privileges of being an accredited investor. But yeah, I think the argument could be made, and I would make it for sure, that you don't. I would rather trade SPACs than IPOs. I did break the 100K, so yeah. The timeline I had set to break through 100K was the end of February. I did that today, so that's kind of cool. Is this Think or Swim? No, it's not Think or Swim. This is the TD Advanced dashboard. I don't think that that's legendary. What I will say, guys, if you're looking to grow a portfolio, don't focus on, man, I want to take $2,000 to 100,000. Work in sizable chunks. I want to take $2,000 to $5,000. I want to take $5,000 to $10,000. I want to take $10,000 to $20,000. I want to take $20,000 to $50,000. Don't get ahead of yourself. It's easier to eat an elephant one bite at a time than trying to swallow the whole thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to take 100 to 300. That would be an extremely reasonable way to go. What was my breakthrough? I think I saw a gap up from 10 grand, and then I saw another gap up at 25. Aren't there more downsides to being accredited than upside? I don't know. I'll let you know when I get there. I wonder what elephant tastes like. I imagine it's a red meat and that it has a very gamey flavor given the amount of vegetables that it eats. When you were around 2 to 10 grand, how did you size your positions? The same way that I do now. Actually, that's not true. I was a little bit more naive and a little bit more negligent with my positions. I had 2 positions at 40%. I was very, very heavy at that point. I'm still very heavy now. My sizing is one of the points that Martini constantly hassles me on. AMC's going crazy. Yeah. Yep.
This is disgusting. GSX is 142.
Yeah, shoot. I didn't mean to show you guys my exit. That's too bad. What are the AMC restrictions? I don't know. I think most of the restrictions on AMC were around using margin to trade it, which is why I cleared my margin earlier this morning. So I'm not currently trading on margin.
The above the $9 strikes on AMC, are you still seeing them? Are they actually moving now, or?
The prices are there, but there's no movement. I don't think you get these until tomorrow.
Yeah. $30, eh? Those are rookie numbers. Hopefully we can beat that. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we are actually. I honestly think if we do close above 20 millennial, they are they're so fucked.
Yeah.
Whoever
So
get that.
I am expecting them to cover their shorts before the end. There's no indication of downward movement on this. If you're holding short overnight, the expectation is that this is not going to sell off and you're going to get your ass handed to you. Now, with that being said, they may have such a large position that they would have to iceberg, right? And so they may want to actually hold till after hours when retail traders can't up the price alongside them on the iceberg, right?
Well,
they can do that, yeah, but then there's less liquidity for them to buy up.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter because the whole thing.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say on this stock that liquidity is going to be a problem.
After hours, I mean,
from institutionals, you don't think institutionals are taking this?
It just depends on how badly they want to punish each other for this shit.
Okay, so what I'm going to get at here is institutionals are looking at that same options chain that I am, where they have populated up to $30, and they are acutely aware of what effect that is going to have tomorrow morning. So I think that there will be people that are perfectly happy to buy up a short position at 19.20. Cost is crazy today. Yep, Cost was one of the ones that we were watching.
It depends how much of the float is shorted. If it's over 100% like GME, then they would have to start during regular hours because too much of the float would be locked up in retail that can't trade after hours, and they wouldn't be able to close the positions.
That's very true. But I don't think that we're near that because 68 was kind of what we were seeing as the high end of AMC, right? So what are we going to call Fuck Wednesday from now on? I'm still going to call it Fuck Wednesday because
Fuck yeah, Wednesday.
One Fuck Wednesday does no. Somebody still got fucked today. Melvin got fucked today. Let's be fair, guys. Pour one out tonight for Melvin. All right. It's never great to see the death of a trader, but that's what happened today. A trader died. Not in the real world, like he didn't actually die. But...
figuratively, not literally.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I mean, guys, yeah, there is an aspect of fuck Melvin. Like, okay, great, the institutional traders, rah rah rah, but I'm never gonna herald the demise of anybody. If you got cucked, that sucks.
I keep saying this, as fun and like great as this is because we are benefiting from it. You guys also have to realize that short sellers are a market necessity.
A few different things, guys. What program am I using? TD Advanced Dashboard. So this is like Thinkorswim, but for Canadians. Market was 100%. Yeah, look at the SPY today. Anybody that's a SPY trader took an F Wednesday today. Glad I made that correction. He probably killed a few traders in 2008, so no regrets. Just because he's a scumbag doesn't mean I need to be one. What about fuck average person 2008 who died? Yeah, and again, guys, anybody that had that position of fuck them, they deserve it. Sorry. I refuse to come down to that level. I'm better than that. Why are short traders a necessity? Because they point to dog shit. They make you aware of dog shit. This is TD Advanced Dashboard, Wes. It's like Thinkorswim for Canadians.
They give you well, there's a couple of reasons. They give you accurate pricing for things, so that things aren't inflated, and also it weeds out a lot of fraud in the market.
Are you still doing the 1 year out long-term stuff? Sanui, unfortunately, I can't be doing as much of that because I did get a target set by the community. And I'm not like, oh, this community, they're picking on me. That's not what I'm saying. But they set me a very ambitious goal of turning $50,000 into $500,000 this year. And I just can't. I can't play so conservatively. I need to move a little bit faster. Now, it was an overextension of their success, and I think that they learned a lesson. And I hope that they learned a lesson. And I hope that they can go on and teach other traders, possibly get a position teaching at a school and teaching people this is what not to do. Right? Sorry, he said it. I am sorry. That's a sweet emote, though. Whose emote is that? So AMC is dog shit. Yeah. Luckin Coffee is a good example of why short sellers are important. Yeah, Hertz would be another one. Hertz was an extremely important example of why short sellers exist. Again, my issue is not with... Thank you so much for the follows, guys. You guys freaking rock. Short selling for me, guys, isn't the issue. It's the... Chamath did a really great job talking to this. That you can short 140% of the float. That's the problem. I think if you set a limit of 50% as the max on short float, that would be good. Because when it hits 50% of the float is shorted, you now are aware that shitter's full. You know what I mean? The market would know, oh, shitter's full.
Well, the thing is, a lot of these short sellers are also your market makers, and
yeah,
they're the ones who make sure that your ETFs are priced right, because Apple went up 7% today, or whatever, they're performing arbitrage to make sure that they're set at the right price. All these options, they're making sure they're at the right price. Just things like that.
Yeah, the lack of risk management is a serious problem. Duck, I am on that ship with you. I'm right there alongside. If I operated a portfolio and I had a 30 to 50% drawdown and I doubled down on that position, that would be negligent. Hey, just got here. Are AMC, GME both suspended from trading? No. You rock more. Aw, thanks, man. Blink was in that group as well. Yeah, Blink. Yep. Kramer said bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. That's fair. It's a little bit cold, but I mean, Kramer has often been called a pig himself. So, Combs getting that gifted sub from Abaz Life. You rock Abaz. Welcome to the Beaver Club.
Redemption, are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
We've gone into negative contango on the term structure.
Oh my god.
Whee!
Utter insanity.
Yeah, in the EU you can't have shorts. My understanding is that there is no short selling in the EU.
The VIX is going up. The VIX is going
but
up.
They don't trust the Americans with CFDs, and you can just short with them.
Is it crazy that 7% doesn't appeal anymore? A little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy. How am I sizing now? Typically $15,000 positions. I am going to have to upsize now that I'm at $100,000 to $20,000 positions. But Beaver, waiter. Tom Brady beating the Chiefs. Yep. What does that mean? Can you call them the Chiefs anymore? Are you allowed to do that? I don't feel like you're allowed to do that. What does that mean? Just need context. Absent-minded. I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm not quite sure what it is you're looking for clarification on. No, there is short selling in the EU. Naked shorts are prohibited. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, there are certain things in the EU that they do well, and there's certain things that we do well over here. And I will often lean more to the side of give me the freedom to do what I want than the side of regulate me out of opportunity. Can Aki give a quick explanation on negative contango? Yeah, because I got to use the pisser real quick. Negative contango, after you.
It just basically means risk on. Like the more negative the term structure goes, the less volatile we're going to be to the downside. I think Redemption may be able to explain better, but that's how I understand it anyway.
Sorry, I'm watching something. What? Explain what now?
Someone was asking what negative term structure means. I said it just means we're going to see less volatility to the downside. That's what I know it as.
Yeah. That's basically, that's the exact same way I interpret it. Either that or it was that wind up that we saw originally where it went up to like 10-12% and then we're coming back down, and finally the prices are actually reflecting that, where volatility is going up. Well, volatility is finally catching up and going up, and then prices are going down.
Yeah,
like we can see it, but like we can literally see it because look at all the outflow from the SPY into like AMC, GME, and so forth.
You can call them the Chiefs, but you can't call the Redskins the Redskins. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. The Force is strong in the Homes, but he's not yet the Jedi. Yeah, he's still the Padawan. Brady's definitely the Jedi. The local Native Americans who work with the Chiefs organization say the name is fine. Okay. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Ciao.
As a entitled white man, I have no say on the matter, other than I am sorry.
I gave him the Asian card.
Yeah, I do not have a First Nations card. I've got an Asian card, and I've got a Jewish card, and I've got an African American card, but I do not, and I've got a Middle Eastern card, but I do not have a First Nations card. So,
Aki, you laugh, but I actually gave him a card. I'm not kidding.
Oh, I seen it in Discord. It was hilarious.
What do I think about fuel cell? I think that there is a lot of opportunity given where it is in California. Does AMC have any more upside? I believe so. Until those option chains open up and populate, I think there's a lot of opportunity there. Let's keep our 10-foot pole for jesting over AMC walls. Exactly. Wife is a Native American. She thought the Redskins name was bad, but the logo was good. Yeah. I'm trying to. I know First Nations Métis up here in Canada, and they were kind of whatever on it. They didn't really care. Same thing with the Blackhawks in hockey. Like they don't see it as a sign of anything really. They're kind of nothing on it. What they would rather deal with is like, why are there communities, First Nations communities in Canada that don't have clean drinking water? Like, can we focus on something that's actually important? That'd be great. Thanks. Tell all the Jewish jokes you want. L'chaim. It's an actual card. Yeah, he made it an actual card. Is Options Trade available after hours? No. Blackhawk jersey is PogChamp. Yeah, agreed. So yeah, as far as sizing goes, guys, holy crap. As far as sizing goes, guys, my rule for sizing, I set up a very loose roadmap of how I was going to take 50,000 to 500,000. It really is just as easy as far as crafting a strategy goes. I said I have until October 1st here, so by February I needed to go from 50,000 to 100,000, and I was going to do that by holding 3 positions at $15,000 a piece, and then in April, or I have until April to break into 100,000. And I'll be taking 3 positions at $30,000 a piece at 100,000, and then at 200,000, I'll be taking 4 positions at 40,000 a piece. At 300,000, I'll be taking 7 positions at 40,000 each, and at 500,000, I'll be taking 8 positions to get to 500,000. I'll be taking 8 positions at 50,000 apiece. So yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Is that like set in stone, millennial? You have to do that? Not really. I am flexible, because you can see right now we got a 30,000 position, a 26,000 position, an 8,000 position, and a 3,000 position. So there is some fluctuation on that, but by and large, that's kind of where I'm at. Yes, Jasper, if I do draw back down, Stocky's got 20K viewers. Good for him. Now, retention's going to be key. So I really hope that he has the ability to retain those viewers once the market starts to simmer again.
Even if he can retain anywhere near 10K, he's killed it, you know?
Yep. It's too crowdy there now. Well, you're always welcome here. I'm not looking to do that explosive growth thing. I'm really happy for Stocky, and I know he's got a new baby, and he really does want to be a full-time streamer. He's more about the entertainment side of the trading, and I love him for that. For me, I'm really just more about like hanging back, chilling, relaxing. You know, you think most of them are Wall Street bet degens? That's awesome. Do you have mom jokes too? I don't tell them. I have a mom in my house, and she'd beat the shit out of me if I was making mom jokes. Also, I love her too much to do that. So, and I'm not saying Stocky doesn't love his wife. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I personally make the decision not to tell mom jokes because I love the mom in my house. How am I feeling about Facebook earnings? Not good. I think Facebook is going to reap what they sowed. They stood the ethical ground, and that's going to cost them in ad dollars. Yeah, Yeski, that's true. I think that there is an overflow there that we see. I think Colonel is actively streaming as well. I'm not positive on that. I think he is. But yeah, there is definitely an overflow from Stock Guy into the stocks and bonds as people mature and grow. No, it's all good. Yeah. Facebook tanked hard today, and it should. I think that there's a lot of hesitancy around what exactly is going on. I think that this red candle here is reflective of the SPY making downward movement. But again, guys, power half hour. So Colonel is streaming. Okay, yeah, great. I just wasn't sure if he's doing that on the regular or it's a once in a while thing, but I'm sure he's seeing the overflow as well. Let's talk about good fundamentals. Yeah. My whole portfolio is dying today, down 8% as a whole. Rip me. That's Wednesday, right? That's Wednesday, Harry. You'll be okay. You're exhausted from this market. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty white myself. I've been up since 2 a.m. So I'm starting to feel pretty wiped. I've also been talking nonstop, so that's always just kind of that thing. I definitely am not going to sleep well tonight. I'm definitely going to be dreaming of tickers. And don't y'all judge me. I'm sure you've all had it happen at some point. SPY is Omega dying. Again, guys, take a look at the SPY movement right now, that big red dong of doom at 372, and take a look at AMC. IPOF is in the 12s now. That's awesome. Excuse me. Same logic on Nokia. Nokia has its options information populated and people are trading it. So no, not the same. How would I exit GME? If I was in GME, I would have been out at 350 earlier today when it touched that. It's 338 right now. I probably wouldn't be taking GME into close. How can they pull the rug out so small investors lose big? I think Redemption actually hinted to it a little bit. Funds are not all working in collaboration with each other right now. There are funds that are long and there are funds that are short, and they're cucking each other as well. And some of them are taking the side of the retailers, which is particularly interesting. So I don't think it's about how do they screw over the small guy. The little guy. I don't think that's a thing. Jokes aside, death is bad on SPY. Yes, agreed. Am I still in IPOF? I'm not. The turn burn account is. I will probably look to re-enter IPOF. Pray for your entry. Lord, protect that entry. I am questioning my trading. My long term is red. Palantir is down. I don't know. At this point, I feel like I should only YOLO. Been doing 2 months out options and not really trading pennies, but my AMD, BABA, Activision. Yeah, I mean, I'm in BABA too. I'm feeling your pain on that. Activision should have a really strong year. I don't know how long you're in on that. AMD as well, I think, should do pretty well. Any particular reason why you'd sell, thinking it'll plummet? People truly think it'll go to 400 or 500. People may think that it'll go to that, but I haven't seen it really show much strength above 350. My perspective fund is long meme stocks. Funny. Compare why you would stay in GME, why you wouldn't stay in GME, but you would stay in AMC. Because AMC still has not populated its options chain up to 30 strike. But that 30 strike is there. And I think when options interest shows itself to be heavily weighted towards 28, 29, 27, and 30, something towards this top end of this options chain, we're going to see AMC move up to it. If you plan on selling at XX, any reason why not sell covered calls, gain on the premium and the share? I don't do options. That's why. Riley, I don't know. That's why I just buy the equity. It seems really dog shit simple to me that way. I would just buy low, sell high. Do you trade 100% of my savings? No. Oh, yeah. If Nokia is sideways right now and the SPY is tanking, then yes. I would say that's a similar analysis that I would have. That's a sign of strength. Or at least a disconnect from SPY movement. So there is a dip here on AMC at 1780. My streams here on Twitch are not necessarily saved, but they are available over on my YouTube channel. Guys, look. Red candle there. Same thing as this. Same thing as this. Same thing as this. This and this. They did send an email on margin. Yeah. Which is why I made sure to clear my margin earlier today. Could not see what I was pointing out. This red candle here, this wick that comes down here. There's also a wick here. There's also a wick here. There's a wick here. There's a wick here, and there's a wick here. And they all have shown strength coming back up. Oh, it's not clear where it's indicating. Huh. That's unfortunate. That sucks that it doesn't show the cursor over top of this, really? All right, there, I'll right click it. That wick. Damn it. Okay, you know what? I give up. Yeah, why does it do that? Why is it not? I don't know why it's not doing that here. But anytime that there's this downward wick, it seems to show strength to come back up. So. Yeah, when this 30 strike opens up, that price movement to those higher options is going to drive the stock price up, in my opinion. Now those aren't. It doesn't look like those are going to be available today before the market closes, which is really unfortunate that the market makers couldn't get their shit together and make that happen. But it is what it is. I am going to ping AJ and Martini here. Lopsize, what's up? I have no idea. I don't imagine actually that would be the case, that they don't have the options available 2 days in a row. I imagine that they will work on getting that ready for tomorrow. Starbucks, I don't really have an opinion on Starbucks. Coffee is not doing really well globally as a commodity. And Starbucks is going to have to pay a higher cost for coffee, which then cuts into their premiums. But they do sell those brands in grocery stores, which could be good for them, and that they can increase their prices. So, I mean, I'm just not sure. I don't know enough about it. I'd have to do a deeper dive into Starbucks. My gut reaction is they'll be okay. Their earnings won't blow minds, but they'll do all right. Yeah, that's kind of my knee-jerk reaction on it.
On the contrary, most of their sales actually aren't coffee.
Yeah.
And this quarter, they increased tickets by 20%, which is insane for a company that large.
What is the VOO?
Vanguard's version.
Just Spy but Vanguard, yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess why not just trade the Spy would kind of be my answer, because it's what I know.
Depends if you're trading or holding. VOO is better to hold because it's a lower expense ratio. Spy is better to trade because it's got high volume.
Yeah, I keep it to basic bitch, guys. I trade what I know. Doesn't look like Weibo will play off. Yeah, I am glad I took the Weibo options into April, actually. I feel fairly confident about that.
I mean, there's no telling. It could pop overnight till tomorrow. It's just a matter of moving from one to the next, right? Who knows?
Yeah.
It's $65. If I lose it, oh shucks.
Yeah, VOO comes with a dividend. I'm not currently in a dividend investing mindset. That could change if I do make $1 million by the end of the year. But right now I'm not in a dividend mindset. Trade the leverage fund. I'm not comfortable trading leverage funds. WB or Space overnight? I have no idea. Space scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, I took WB this Friday just because it's on that short list. It hasn't really moved a ton. So it could be one of the ones that they're waiting.
Yeah. Here we are in the last 10 minutes, guys. Those option chains have still not populated, but I think there's a lot of people probably looking at them and seeing that $30 mark there and realizing that $30 mark is there for a reason. So that we would see some upward price movement on this, I think is likely here in the last 10 minutes.
I also see it as a reverse psychology to trap people too. I could. Not saying it is. I'm just thinking.
Thank you so much for the follow, Insanity Box. Greatly appreciate it. And Power to Mario. Thank you for the follow. What's your portfolio value now? Last time I heard it was 85K. We'll take a look here in the next couple minutes. Look at a WSB sentiment. That's a change. What's your portfolio value? Oh, I already said that. He's above 100K. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how the day finishes here. GME fell to 4th on sentiments. Yeah, but it's still sitting at 340, right? Not showing increasing volume necessarily here in the last 10 minutes, but we'll see. We're back up to 19 here, so there is some positive price movement. AMC after hours, pause champ. Yeah.
Did you see what Go Hunter just posted in Money Voice?
Makes sense.
Love it.
Yeah. So guys, as we had suspected, the restriction that they're placing on stocks like GameStop is 100% margin. You bought some AMC shares because it's the greatest movie you've ever seen. Sweet. Say that again. Which one? What does that mean? That means you're either trading it on cash or you've got enough cash available to cover your margin 100%. Right?
You can't use any GME gains as collateral towards any other equity.
No, isn't this
So
saying
if
that you
you-
can't use the stock as collateral?
Yeah, it says stock will no longer be available to be used as collateral. So if you have 100K in gains, you don't have 100K available to use. They're
In
not
margin,
letting you
yeah.
use that. You have to close the trade, realize the gains, and then you can use it.
Going into the close on GME, you bought at 369. Getting GME anything over 350, I wouldn't. Like I said, I would have exited at 350 myself. So that you're in at 369. Go with God, my son. I don't know. Look at this ticker on AMC. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It means that they've shorted more positions than the than actual short shares available.
Am I alive? I don't know if I'm alive yet.
Hey, oh, Martini, she back.
It's painful to get up. Oh man.
The winning trade section is how many trades I need in order to level up to the next level.
Are you talking to me?
No, somebody in chat. Martini's back. We go again. Yeah, she's going to walk you guys through the Tesla earnings.
This is incredible. Everyone's viewer counts are blown out. Absolutely incredible. Everyone's viewer counts are blown out. Everyone's looks popping, pop-locking.
So it's crazy with the volatility on this right now, guys. I've got an order in here at 19. Not filling.
Are you're doing day trades?
He's exiting AMC.
What was that?
Exiting AMC.
Pearl Troy, thanks so much for the follow, man. Greatly appreciate it. So I have a 19. I have a limit 19 on this, and it's not filling. So I don't know. I don't know.
You can't get out of AMC?
It's in there. I'll leave it. See what I get filled at. It's a sign to hold. It's a sign from on high. Hold for more. Go to 18.99.
So Martini, while you've been asleep, we're now in -1 backwardation on the term structure.
No way.
Yeah, we're on -1.1.
Sell Genus. I would never be in Genus. It's a company that I really don't like. They were very, very not fraudulent, but deceptive in their Disney news. I personally am not a big fan of Genus. IB filled you instantly. That's awesome. I mean, the order's in there. It's a day with extended hours. Hopefully I can get the fill. I mean, that's all I can say, right? I can't do anything about it. No need for me to sweat it.
The Millennial, why don't you, I mean, I don't know if it's the broker issue, cancel the order and resubmit it. Just a thought.
Are you way past the bid, or are you just trying to get a fill? Like, what's going on?
He's not that far off. He's only like 8 cents off. But it looks like from the platform.
Yeah, the platform's having issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the bid at the minute is 19.16. The ask is 19.20.25.
Yeah, my limit is 19, so
You should be way out. It's going to reach 20 in a minute. There's lots of orders selling at 19.50, and then it's pretty much a straight run to 20.
The other option, Millennial, you have the option to do through web.
no, that doesn't really work.
Okay.
Okay.
Due to a technical issue, we cannot process this at this time.
It's the worst option, but can you ring them?
No, they won't pick up.
That is some fucked up shit. Yeah. Oh my god. Forcing you to be diamond hands. My god. I am so dead set after watching today that I will always, when we know this shit's gonna go down, anything you put up should automatically be considered at risk. Everything put up at risk because these fucking dumbass platforms and no fill. It's like you can't get out.
I think this just further emphasizes the fact you need a good broker.
I mean, in Canada, this is just about as good as you're going to get. Unfortunately.
I mean, there's IB, but if you want to pay the fees.
Okay, my dashboard just closed down.
Wow. Are you fucking serious right now? What is going on? Did it just get this bad, or just when I came back online?
And that closes one of the most exciting days in a while.
I almost fell asleep on stream. I couldn't do it anymore. Take a fucking nap.
Yeah, I should have took a nap midday.
Did you see hands yet?
Oh no! Fuck! God damn it!
Like, I'm not even excited about it, but it's cool. Like, I'm broken. Today is the day I just fucking I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I'm just fucked.
I'm burnt out today, so
I mean,
No, but I just came back.
I just like I can't fucking mentally. I'm just checked out. I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, oh, this one's only 10% now. Like, I've gone. I'm out there.
millennial. Hey, millennial. Are you there, millennial?
Just a second.
Like, if it's not, I don't know, looking 40%. Anything under 40%, I don't give a shit about now.
What was
Wow,
it?
gatekeeping earnings, you elitist cunt.
So we closed at 1990 on AMC. The uptick for tomorrow should be just below 18, which I'm totally fucking fine with if that's the way they want to play. Like that is well above my fucking price.
Yeah, guys, my anger level is probably at a scale of 1 to 10, somewhere around 1,000 right now. So,
Oh my god.
Wait, what's going on?
TD wouldn't fill them.
I had a
It was above the
19.
bid.
I had a 19 limit in at 3:00.
And it's not filling, huh?
It didn't fill, even though it ran to 1980. It didn't fill. And then the brokerage crashed. So I'm taking it well, just because I don't want to lose my shit. I'm not taking it well. I'm very angry. Very angry. Yeah. It wasn't just the desktop app. It wasn't TD Mobile. It was. I even went into TD on the web, and they could not process the order. I was getting error after error after error. So, no. Calling TD in Canada, you wait 2.5, 3 hours on the phone, and then they call you back 2 weeks later to say we're sorry. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work. But again, guys, they are the best option available to me at the moment. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Nope. Okay, I did get out after hours. Why is that not? It doesn't like this. Okay, hold on. I'll show you guys so that you can see that I got out. I'm leaving happier than I was a little while ago. So there it is. I put a limit of 20. Apparently got a price fill of 1990. I don't know that is that accurate? Is that what just happened here? Am I reading that right? Or did I get the fill at 1990?
Hey, I'm back. No fill.
I'm trying to figure this out. I got the fill.
Okay. Yay!
But I'm not sure if I got the fill at 1920. My limit was 1920, but it's showing the price at 1990. Is this the price that it filled at? No, that can't be. This is the price that it filled at. This 1920, which is fine. 1920 is great. I had 19 set. I'm not completely out, guys. I did hold back 850 shares of AMC, so I am excited to see kind of where that's going to finish for me. But pretty good trade on the day. Portfolio is now up over 100 and... Huh?
I said, yeah, really. Pretty good trade.
Portfolio's up 110,000 on the day. Click the plus button. What?
110,000.
Oh, over here. Yeah, 1920. Okay, cool. I didn't know I could do that. Now I know. Thank you. But yeah, I'm pretty happy about that, guys. I'm not overly upset about that trade. I do still have a $6,000 position in there that's worth 10, so that's great. I do have 60 grand US to play around with tomorrow, so I went back in after hours to see if I could place an extended hours position into it. And it worked. Now, the only thing that I'm really upset about is I really wanted to get out in the last 5 minutes and enter Apple before earnings, and that didn't happen. But you can't win them all, so oh well. But all in all, it was a good day, guys.
I think it's good that you didn't enter Apple. Apple's dying right now.
Oh, great! Maybe I'll get a better buy pre-market tomorrow. But on that note, we're gonna go raid Martini as she's gonna take you guys through Tesla earnings. I'm gonna go drain the snake again, and I may come back. I'm gonna go probably
killed it on EPS.
Wow, I'm gonna go
70 cents over.
I was completely wrong about Facebook. I'll own that. I was wrong on that one. Maybe it's just because I hate Facebook. But yeah. So yeah, I did keep back 850 shares, guys, because I do want to see what happens to this once the options chain opens. I think there's a lot of opportunity. So that's why I didn't completely exit the position, but another 60 grand. We are up over 110,000 US in the portfolio. So congrats. We broke through the February target already. Still in January. So we're doing well. On our way to 500K, guys. Off to Martini we go. No, I didn't sell my shares and get back in. I had a 3,800 position, 3,850 position on AMC, and I sold 3,000. Win is a win is a win is a win. Okay.
Win is a win, guys. You got in and out with everything that was happening.
But you guys see how getting pissed off wouldn't have helped if I threw a tantrum just there. It was better to just chill, relax, stay calm, make a good decision, and then move on. Because I could still be ranting and raving and slamming doors and screaming and yelling, and that wouldn't do anybody any good. So, all right, we're heading over to Martini.
They missed massively.
Oh my god, they missed.